Hello everyone, you're tuned into Bibliophile Station and welcome to our YouTube channel Book Beavers. Today we are going to talk about an Indian author which is Amish Tripathi, or by his pen name Amish. He is famous for his Shiva trilogy and Ramchandra series. So before going to the books, let's just talk about the author. So Amish was a banker for 14 years and then he came into this field. His first book was released in 2010 and it became a life changing event. First of matlab, it was not really accepted by the producers at first, but then he self produced the book and later on it became a huge success. So, the first set of books he has published is the Shiva trilogy. The Shiva trilogy is a set of three books. It was actually the fastest selling book series in Indian publishing history. So the three books are The Immortals of Meluha, which was released in February 2010. Then there is The Secret of the Nagas, and the third one is The Oath of the Vayuputras. These three books are an amazing read according to me. In the books, Shiva is portrayed as a normal human who would later on become a god because of his qualities. Shiva is actually a foreigner or a tribal person who comes to a civilized land called Meluha, and he realizes that Meluhans believe him to be their fabled savior, which is Nilkant. So it is about the journey of Shiva where he learns about himself and his capabilities, but the character is so real that the emotions he feels are what a normal person would feel in their everyday life, like anger, love, forgiveness, hurt, despair, disappointment. And his reactions to those events happening to him are so connecting that you will definitely feel, that you're a part of the story. Also, Shiva is not shown as a larger than life hero character. He's actually a normal person who makes mistakes and learns from them. He's in a dilemma of what is right, what is wrong. He makes mistakes, then he learns something, does something, then again makes mistakes. He is, always choosing between what is the right thing to do, what is not the right thing to do. Actually, the central theme in the book is about what is evil, how do we define evil, what is its differentiation from good. So the theme is like very intricately covered and the story is so gripping. The best part is the characters, and especially the love story between Shiva and Sati is so sweet and nurturing and caring, loving. It's a very good book. Then The Secret of the Nagas and The Oath of the Vayuputras, they go on to unravel a lot of secrets in their world. And this again links back to Shiva of how he deals with all the new information and what actually happens. So this is, for according to me, it's a very nice book. The books are a mixture of fiction and mythology, but if you are someone who gets interested in Indian mythology, you should definitely give these books a read. Then the second series which Amish published was the Ramchandra series. There were supposed to be five books in the series. Three have been published till now. The first one is Ram, then Sita, and then Ravan. All three books have a very different perspective. Ram, as you can imagine, is about the male perspective, the male protagonist theory about the Ramayana. It contains a lot of details and a lot of myths which actually most of the people know. But if you compare it to Shiva trilogy, Ram may not be the better book, but if you go on to Sita, the warrior of Mithila, it's an amazing book. The best part is it shows the women's perspective, which is not really covered in most of the mainstream books. Another women perspective, another book with this strong women perspective was The Palace of Illusions, which was written by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. But coming back to the topic, so Sita, the second book, is like really interesting. Then the third is Ravan, the enemy of Ararat. it is again a very different perspective because it gives the villain's point of view and his story, and all the details which we might not know about the story. So these three books are also a very good read. So there, the fourth book of the series is War of Lanka, which will be released, I guess. It is supposed to be released in 2022, maybe May or June, but I'm not very sure. And the next book I have no idea about. But these are the two very, very popular series written by Amish. Then he also wrote his first non-fiction book, which is Immortal India, in August 2019. And then he went on to write the first historical book and first book on Indian Chronicles, which is King Sulehdev, in June 2020. And then he also wrote Dharma, Decoding the Epics for a Meaningful Life, in December 2020 again. I have not read the last three books, but I'll definitely give them a read and share my experience with you all. So let's see what happens next, what comes next. But I'm desperately waiting for the fourth book, which is The War of Lanka of the Ramchandra series. So I have really high hopes with that book. So let's see what happens. And if you have read any of those books, do share your views in the comment section. Okay, thank you. We really hope you loved the video. Thank you so much for watching our video. We'll be back with more books, baatein and bachpan ki yaadein. Till then, let's all keep chanting one last chapter.